go. We are a go. Hello there everybody, and welcome to round 2 of the GR4 of the GRT GR4 Championship. What's happened here? As you can see, we are at the very nice circuit of Suzuka for round 2. Should be a good time. Had some good races on this circuit with the GR4s. Over the last few weeks we've been doing them weekly races and other racing events, I guess. So it should be a good time in Suzuka today. Great circuit of GR4s. As we have JD in the TT topping out the times today so far. Hope you are all well. Let's go through all these drivers then today. Hello Travis, hello Rob, thanks for joining us. If you just have your number board on the car, Rob, like your GRT number board, it should appear at the top of the car there. So we're looking at JD's here, and he's got his number 28 GRT board on, and it's got the number 28 up next to his name. So it should just be putting your GRT board on. Pretty sure that's how it works. That's no problem, Trav. I believe we've already got a couple subs in for both you and Supreme, with you mentioning in the chat before, so that's absolutely no problem. How is he not, is JD not made you a livery with your number board on it? Because if so, you're gonna have to, you might have to ask JD if he can pop out and quickly change and share that if he hasn't already made you one. Let's have a look at the other competitors today. So, as I mentioned before, JD looking as lovely as ever. Really looking good in the TT yet again out. Had a really strong positions last time in both the sprint and the feature race, along with his partner Rob. So hopefully I can repeat that same performance again today. Should be good. We have Enra, who I believe is either filling in for Supreme or Travis today in the green Merc. Kazi in the lovely looking Hurricane. The carrot livery, as I like to call it. Racer, his teammate, has changed his livery for this week, and he has also adopted the carrot livery in the McLaren. Let's see if he can have a good performance here today. We have Mikey in a lovely looking, I want to say, Japanese, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it's a lovely looking Renault, so hopefully you can have a good result today. Iceberg, who is also filling in for Travis / Supreme. Both Enra and Iceberg are on the team today in that Merc. Hopefully you can have a good performance out today as well. Marmite in the newly dubbed Racers Edge Racing team, or I believe it's pronounced Geminite, or something stupid like that, whatever it is. But all credit to them, it is a lovely looking livery to Marmite. And speaking of which, Jay in the lovely looking Aston has got a very similar livery. It's one side Welsh, one side American. So it's a very nice looking livery from him. Hey Hippie, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully you have a good race today. We have the ever glorious Seal in his lovely Jack. Seal is a great livery designer, he really is. One of the best ones that I've seen, especially in the GRT League. Some of the liveries he's made up for that was pretty damn good. We also have Rob, who is sporting the other TT livery. As I am dubbing Miller and Carter Racing. So it looks like we're about to be ready for qualifying here in just a second. We'll have Sean in the Everton Merseyside BMW. There's Kazi again in that same Hurricane. Mikey. Oh, there we go, Racer. We also have Pipe, who's unfortunately couldn't make it last weekend, so this is his first time out. So this will be very good, and he's also rocking the TT. So let's see how well he can handle that thing today, and see if he can have some success in both these races here. We have racing for the independent state of Gaddington. We have Gad Gaming in the ever famous pot noodle Citroen. So no doubt we'll see some fantastic driving from him today in that thing. And of course we have our resident pink alpha enthusiast, Mr. Hippie Heed, who has turned up late as usual, disappointing everybody. You know how it is. I'm a Geordie, so I can relate. So I believe we have 14 drivers out on the grid today. Good field. It's a very strong and good field today. And right as I say that, we're going straight into quali. No messing around today. So see Mikey perfecting his backwards driving like he's a mate from Cars. Let's see if we can get some good laps out here today. Who's up first though? We have Gad and Iceberg with Kazi. Sean gets out there as well. Let's see if there's any drama on the opening laps. believe the only other person we're missing today is Rocket Man for Rocket Science Racing. It's the only other person we're missing today, unfortunately. But that means we'll almost have a completely full grid with 14 drivers today, so it should be a lot of action to go around. It's going to be very difficult to keep up, I have a feeling, especially around this track. But I will try my best anyway. As you see here, Gard and his pot noodle simmering. We have Iceberg very closely followed by Kazi. If I can speak today, that would be nice. Sean behind them in the BMW, JD in the Audi, Jay and Marmite both wearing that lovely livery in their Aston and McLaren respectively. Mikey in the Renault Sport, Enra in the Merc, Pipe in the TT, Racer in the McLaren as well, Seal in the Jaguar, Rob of course in the TT. What else would he be in really? And Hibby still in the pits as usual. As most of the guys come through the first couple corners now, let's see what these guys can do. Time's going to be rolling in thick and fast for all of these drivers. So let's see, we can keep it clean. Looks like we might have a bit of an incident. JD going off in the second corner there, it's unfortunate for him. There's plenty of time on these laps, so we'll get multiple chances to try and set a fast lap in here today, so let's have a look to see if he can recover from that. Pull it back up to the front of the grid. Sean with tail heavy going through there, giving us some great drifting action going through them couple of corners. Looks like Cassie might be backing off from this lap, just to give him some space for the next ones. Team Crazy being together right now in 10th and 11th place. Looks like the grid's a bit more split up now as we actually see Hippie coming out of the pits now finally. He'll get about 2 laps in, it's Hippie, so you have no idea with him. Couple shots here of the cars going by. Hey, I think I timed that pretty well actually. Hey, enjoyed doing that. As the first times come across the line, Gard setting the benchmark with a 209.4, Sean coming across the line with 209.9, Jay goes into first, Mikey overtakes him again, Marvin comes across the line 210, but Enra goes into first in that TT, Pipe almost as well in the TT, but Racehorse comes across the line there as well. Thick and fast there, could hardly keep track of Seal come across the line now, and he beats everybody. Great lap from Seal, going into the 207s there along with Racer. Great lap by Seal there, showing what that Jag is made of. We also have Rob and Hippie to come across the line for their fastest laps, but at the moment it is Seal, followed by Racer, followed by Enra, followed by Pipe, followed by Mikey, followed by Jay, followed by Gard, Sean, Marmite, Iceberg, and JD and Kazi. Kazi and JD looks like they backed off on them laps just to give himself a bit of space there. So you see Rob coming around the final corner there, looks like he might be purple. Let's see what his time is coming across the line. Oh, 206, Rob, calm down please. 1.2 seconds ahead of second place. Rob showing us all once again that he spent too much time with that Audi. To see Hippie coming across the line to complete his outlap now. He will be on his first flying lap now. So we look to see Guard coming along the back straight now. He'll be the first to cross the line yet again. Looks like the drivers will get 2 more laps on this set of tyres unless anybody wants to come in. If anybody does want to put a fresh set on, which I don't think the tyre wear's actually on for qualifying, so my mistake, you probably won't want to do that. So look like now, coming through chicane, coming through the last corner, Guard comes up the line now. Will he manage to improve? He does, 208, which puts him, still keeps him in 8th. Sean also improving with a 209. Mikey improving with a 208 as JD coming across the line with a 207. That puts him in the 2nd place. Really good lap by him. Pipe and Kazi also coming across the line now with a 207 respectively. Kazi just pipping out Spike on that last one with a 0.5 instead of a 0.6. A lot of changes at the front of the field there with both Rob and JD really showing their stuff as they are really heating up, really showing up these lap times right now. See Rob going 0.3 with 2nd quicker on his lap. Can he go any quicker? Good final chicane, coming up the final corner now. We'll see what he does. Just managing to get in the 205 for Rob. A 2nd quicker than his teammate JD. Good stuff by Rob yet again. Really great recovery from JD there though to get back into preliminary 2nd place. Seal just being pipped out there. Kazi very close to the back of Seal there. And Hippie comes across the line to set his first fastest lap. Puts him into 9th with a 208.4. Good lap by him there. Kazi very close to that time there, as well as Pipe was also very close to Kazi. 3rd through 5th being very close there. Racer in 6th place after that very good first lap. Looks like he's banging off to have one final banker lap. See, I think Guard will be coming across the line now to complete his next lap. Will he be quicker again? 208.5, another improvement from Guard, just off the 0.075 off of Hippie there, as Mikey and Jay both improve their times. Mikey goes into 3rd, Jay goes into 6th. As you say, the next group of cars coming across the line now, will there be any improvement? Marmite comes across the line with an improvement of 209. Nobody else improving just as of yet. Let's have a look. If anybody else come across the line? No, not quite yet. People will have one more lap to get a time in. No other improvements from the rest of the field. I see a couple of drivers spreading themselves all across the track there, as it looks like they are finished with their fastest laps. Guard sitting on the sidelines, Hippie sitting on the sidelines there. Let's see if any other improvements can be made. Hey Josh, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the action today. So see a few people in the pits right now. Looks like they're doing their fastest laps. Will there be any improvement on these final laps here? Let's have a look who will be first across the line. It will be Mikey who is first across the line, with a very, very good lap time in that McGann. Mikey unfortunately not having a very good run out last time at the Nürburgring. He was unfortunately caught up in a couple incidents that were not his fault, and unfortunately did not manage to do well in the sprint race. However, he came back to, I believe, win in the feature race last time out, so it was a good result in the end for Mikey from that weekend. Let's hopefully he can repeat that good form from the last feature race in today. He's looking good so far, sitting in 3rd, as he's going to be the first driver to come across the line now to finish his laps. Will he be able to improve his laps? No, unfortunately maybe a couple of mistakes there for Mikey. He's in preliminary third for that. As we see, Pipe's got across the line now. No improvement from him. Improvement from Enra, that puts him in 8th, and JD improving his time yet again to hopefully secure that 2nd place. Marmite coming across the line now, improving. Kazi coming across the line, improving, which puts him into 3rd, beating out both Mikey and Seal. See Sean cross the line now. Will he improve? Yes, Sean does improve 2:08, which puts him ahead of, which still keeps him ahead of Iceberg right now. And not that he really needs to, but Rob, the only person left to complete their laps at the moment. Will he be able to improve his time even further? But JD, what an awesome lap from JD there. Not even half a second away from Rob. And Rob doesn't manage to improve his time at the end there, but them TTs really showing their stuff at the moment. And that is a 1-2 for Miller and Carter Racing. Great times by all these guys here today. So, the order going into the first sprint race for today. So we have Rob coming and win with a 2:05, the only one of the session. Great lap by him. Great time by JD as well to get that 2nd place. Quite a bit ahead of that field there, as we see Gad using his car as a battering ram. Kazi sneaks home into 3rd in that Hurricane. Great lap from him. Mikey as well in 4th. Seal in 5th. Pipe in 6th there. We have Jay and Enra in 7th and 8th place, and we'll catch up with the rest of the grid before the start. Good qualifying from them guys today. Very close, very competitive. A lot of improved times. So we see a TT lock out of the front row. Let's see what these guys can do today. Now the question is, how much time will these two lose off the start? Because, as we all know, the TTs are bad off the start, but here we go. And away they go. Kazi squeezing down the inside of both of them there with an awesome start. Rob not getting the best start in the world, but Mikey squeezing up the inside. An amazing start from him. Let's have a look to see if there's clean any incidents in the first corner. Looks like Jay's going down the inside of Pipe there. He still has the inside line for the next corner. Unfortunately, Jay picking up with a half-a-second penalty with that. Not the best start for him that he would wanted that. He has to burn that as quickly as possible. Good clean start from these guys here. As you see, Mikey and Kazi both getting the best starts there. Let's keep the camera on these guys for the moment. You see Kazi just trying to apply that bit of pressure to Mikey now. He is in the faster car in a straight line, but that Renault will definitely have the advantage in the corners. Fortunately, it seems to suit the faster straight line cars, Suzuka, than the actual cornering ability, because there is so many straights where that Renault will suffer compared to the rest of the grid. Looks like JD's battling with Enra there. Enra trying to sneak up the inside. Doesn't look like he's going to quite get the hang of JD there as the TT powers on through Pipe. Not far behind him, managing to make up a few positions at the start of the grid as well. Despite being in the... Ooh, there's a bit of aggressive there from... Ooh, don't know about that one. Pipe really not being very kind to Enra at all there. I think that really should deserve a way there. He really did try to barge his way through. That is unlucky for Enra, but he really should have waited there, Pipe, because that was looked a bit of a late dive bomb there. Let's continue this at the moment. See the first guys come across the line. That Rob's actually managed to sneak into first, and Mikey's dropped down to 4th in that entire incident. Them straights really not suiting Mikey in that Renault at all, as Rob manages to jump all of them and slot himself into first place. Seal managing to make up position there as well, slotting himself into 3rd place, but Mikey's the big loser from that one. The straight line speed of that McGann really not helping him at all. As I say now, But look at the cornering ability of that McGann through these tight S's here. There's so much more grip than these other guys, and the time is just eating away. As long as he can stay in slipstream with some of these guys, he should be fine. But you can see there he's 0.1 of a second. Has a great run at seal here, but can't find his way through. There's no chance he's going to be able to get in front of that Jag in straight line. So quick check further down the grid. Racer Marmite going at it in both their McLarens in 8th and 9th. Sean managed to make a couple of positions there. Jay unfortunately picking up a couple of penalties at the start of this race, which puts him down in 11th place. Enra in 12th place, unfortunately, after that incident at the top of the course, followed by Hippie in the Little Alpha, which will definitely struggle around here with the numerous straights that are on this course. Now, as we keep the action here, let's have a look to see if JD can challenge Mikey down the straight, because I have a feeling that TT is going to eat that McGann up. There's a good run out of them last corners, starting to eat away the time now. Mikey is in slipstream, which will give him a bit of a defensive bonus. Is JD managing to get close enough? No, not quite yet. It's all coming around into the tight chicane here. JD going for a move up the inside there, late on the brakes. Mikey still managing to keep to the inside there. Great pass from JD going around the outside there, very clean. Very nice work from JD there, great pass by him. Looks like we have Pipe challenging Guard now. Superior straight line speed of that TT really coming in handy, but Gaz still has the outside and manages to sweep around the outside and keep his position thanks to the slipstream of the car in front there. So a quick check further back, let's see if there's any action here. But Jay managing to get past Sean on the main straight there. Suzuka really not a track for the Aston. Great in a straight line, but not the best through the corners here. As you can see, is the superior grip of that BMW is all over the back of Jay going through them S's there. You see Pipe going up the inside of Gad there. Unconventional move there, but Pipe managing to move on through. Let's see if that was Racer to get back at these guys here. Let's have a quick look further up the field. JD putting the pressure on Seal here. It's a battle of the straight line cars, because the Jaguar is one of the best cars in a straight line, but it still won't be able to compare to the TT. Ooh, there's a bit of contact there, coming to a tight right-hander. Who's going to have the better grip? Seal with the inside line, still managing to hold on there. Will JD manage to get the cut back? Not quite. Let's see if he has a good run out of this corner. Will he be able to? Ooh, gets a bit wide on the exit of that corner there. And he probably won't be able to keep up with Seal through that section there. We'll have to wait for the main straight. Meanwhile, this does allow Mikey to catch back up, but here we go. Guard looking to the inside, going at the tight left-hander there, but thinking better of it, backing out and continuing the racing on there. See Marmite losing a couple of positions there. Jay managing to get back in front. Now let's have a quick back look further up the field yet again. Kazi just managing to break away from these guys a bit here. Almost a 2-second lead going through the S's now. See the Jag actually managing to create a bit of a gap there to JD. Then it's eating up the acceleration zones. Superior acceleration and slipstream there from JD, managing to keep him right on the back of Seal there. Really have a good run coming up to this next straight. losing a bit of time there, but eating up on the exit of the corner. See if he can mount a challenge here to check further down the field, see if there's any battles going on. Quite evenly spaced out between these guys. Not really any big challenges going on here. See Racer managing to close up to the back of both Pipe and Gad now. See if Gad can mount another offensive. But look at the power of that TT. Even Slipstream, that Citroen cannot compete with the TT. Very, very quick car. So we'll look at battle in front again for third place. Seal and JD still going at it now. Seal having the better run out these corners yet again. Seal having a good exit out of some of these corners, which is allowing him to stay ahead on the main straight as we come on to the final lap now of this sprint race. JD not managing to get close enough. The power of that jack just keeping it in front on these straights compared to the TT. It's one of the only rear wheel cars that I think will actually be able to compete with the TT in a straight line, especially defend against it. Looks like he's got a good run through these S's going here. Let's keep the camera on these guys for a second and see if JD can mount any sort of challenge. Just a reminder, for this feature race it will be a reverse grid, so all these guys will be starting at the back of the grid for this next one, so strategy will definitely play a part in the feature race. JD going a bit more wider there, but having a great exit out of that corner there. Will the TT manage to get past there? Seal taking very defensive lines there, not allowing JD an inch. It's great stuff by these two here, who will have the better exit out of this corner onto the back straight. Both have a very good exit. Seal just managing to open up a bit of time there. Will that be enough to save him from the TT on this back straight? Here comes JD, eating away the time down to 0.2 of a second. Now Seal going to the inside, a bit defensive. Seal going to the inside again, defending his line there. JD late on the brakes, going to the outside of the corner. Going off the track. Oh, there's contact there. Seal still has the inside going into this corner. Who's going to have the run up to the line? Oh, Seal just manages to take that home there. Great racing by them two. Seal managing to seal off there. The last podium position. JD coming in fourth. Mikey not far behind them at all in the end there. Pipe and Guard both making up positions on their qualifying position to come home as 6th and 7th. Racer there in 8th, having a quiet race but managing to make up some positions again. J and Marmite unfortunately not the best start that they would have wanted as a new team. Sean managing to improve on his position in 11th, Enra in 12th, Iceberg in 13th, and Hippie unfortunately coming home in the back there. But of course, pole position, fastest lap. Do you really expect anything else from Rob? Great race from him yet again. That was a great race to watch at the end there. I have a feeling there will be a steward's inquiry going on to the incident between Pipe and Enra there, but that was a great race at the end. That was a great battle between JD and Seal at the end there. Seal just managing to take it home the inside. Little bit rough at the end there, but that you could not fault that battle for an instant there. Great battle between Seal and JD. Marmite as well, reiterating what a few people would probably be thinking, that the McLaren is not great around Suzuka at all. It's not really great at anything. Great race by Rob there again. Managing to take it home. Didn't really actually see much of him apart from in the start because he just sodded off, really, as he usually does. Good stuff by the drivers there as a whole. Okay, we'll ignore that. So we go into our feature race. 14 laps here, a bit longer. There was no contact between Pipe and guard, so that was indeed a very good move from Pipe there. No doubt there will be a stewards inquiry at the moment. See the first drivers take to the track now. JD and Seal, the first ones on track there. Yeah, of course, Iceberg, go for it, mate. Any driving, of course, going into the 10 minutes break. It's a 10-minute break at the end of the day, so get all the practice you want in, buddy. Yeah, it looked like you were just, he managed to find a gap and managed to, again, just go straight ahead on that one, Rob. I'm sorry to hear that, Heavy. We'll have to have a quick look at these. Actually, what I'll do is I'll save the replay, and again we can have a look at a couple of these incidents. Have a look at a couple of these incidents. So for all of you that aren't aware, you have to use one set of softs and one set of mediums in these races, but you cannot you can't do a no stop. You have to use one set of each, but there is no guidelines as to how many laps you need to use it for, so there's no minimum laps at all. So just one set of softs and one set of mediums for this future race, and as best as you can to work around that. So last week, as we managed to see, Rob managing to get the upper hand, again managing to take home the win on that feature race on pretty much the second to last corner from Mikey there on Nürburgring. Just having that bit better grip, bit better traction. you see one of our newest residents here at GRT Sport, getting a little bit of practice in here. Oh, camera seems to have gone off again. One second. See Mikey. Good feature race for him, considering McGann, I don't think is a very good car around here at all. It's great through the corners, but on that straight it really does lose out, especially to some of the higher power cars. Yeah, something like replay theatre would be really handy for some of these races as well, so you can go back and like. So that was a really nice feature of the older games as well, Josh. Let's see JD with the first laps here. 2:08 from him. Just be careful out there, Rob. I'm sure you'll be fine. There we go. Now the actual practice can begin. Right, so just a couple more minutes here till the start of the feature race. This is where the strategy really does come into play. So a couple of different strategies last time. Mainly one stop, so there was a couple two stops depending on the tyres. But this is where racing comes into its own. Marmite clearly on a bender last night, not helping him. concerns will be looked at after the race. Here we go, everybody's ready up. A lot of people opting for the medium tyres. Not many people opting for the softs at the moment. Let's see how people fare on this. Here we go. If you're just joining us, this is the second race of today, feature race. See how well everybody does at the start now. See the lovely pink Alpha on the front row. Oh, see a jump start there from Sean. Hopefully you'll be able to get out of the way of most of them guys. Great start from Enra there. He looks like he might have the inside going into the first corner. He does manage to get around the inside there. Hippie's still hanging on the outside there. And I managed to make it through there. Jane Marmite third and fourth. It looks like we'll have a clean race at the moment here. Iceberg going a bit wide in the S's. So we see relatively clean pack so far. See Kelly trying to challenge Pike now in that blazing red TT. Rob managing to make up a few positions in the pack. Maybe a bit of a bump there. Tight pack. Kazi in a TT sandwich now. Will they be able to hold on down this back straight here? Back corner, I should say, really. Very tight grid so far. Look at the power of that TT though. Ooh, big slide from Rob there. That is unfortunate. I think he might have just been too close to Kazi there. Going back on the track, that is unfortunate from Rob there. Will have damaged his chances in this race, but it is Rob, so he will definitely still be challenging for the top position still. Down the, maybe making a move on the inside of Gad there. Gad still just has the grip. Will Mikey be able to get the cut back now? So like quite has the grip. Jay and Racer going at it at the moment. As Marmot manages to get into second place. That Alpha really not faring well at this track. It's just got so little power that it isn't able to do much at all. Oh, it's an instant. It looks like both Jay and Racer go wide there on the first couple of corners. It's unfortunate for them, they do lose quite a few positions there. Gad, Mikey and Pike all managing to move up there. Doesn't look like there was much contact. I think they both just went a bit wide into that corner. They both suffered for it. It's unfortunate for them too. Now let's have a look a bit further down. JD managed to creep up in 11th place there, still trying to chase down Seal and Kazi, who are also trying to chase down the rest of the pack. Jay goes to the inside of Racer there, just trying to defend his line. So you see the battle up front now. Oh, and what's happened to Enra? He's down in 6th place now as Pike goes to the inside. Ooh, very late lunge there. does wait there. That was a very late on the brakes there from Pipe. He was in the slipstream there and he darted over to the inside, a bit late on the brakes. I think he realised his mistake there. Not too much harm done. There's no damage done to Guard's car either, which is nice to see. Unfortunate mistake by Pipe there, but he loses out in that scenario as Mikey goes around the outside of Guard. The superior grip of that Renault there, with Enra in hot pursuit. Marmite managing to make use of his soft tyres on this first stint. Good pace by him so far. Hippie on the medium tyres. Again, looking to play the long game like he always does as Mikey goes wide over that corner there, losing positions yet again. As Enra goes up the inside of Guards, good move by him. The two green machines going at it now. Ooh, it looks like there's an incident there as Kazi loses some positions there again. Pipe going through into 5th. Jay and Mikey now followed by Seal are already very close, heading up into the first corner. Seal going to the inside. Ooh, it's going to be 3 wide going into the corner. Jay loses out. Mikey tries to go on the inside there. Is there a bit of contact? A little bit of contact there, just on the brakes. Pinball effect yet again. But Mikey manages to hold on to them positions and Seal slots ahead of Jay there. JD managing to come at the 9th place now as Kazi loses a few positions in that little scuffle. He maybe went a bit wide at that chicane there. We'll have to have a look at that after the race as Jay goes wide again. Aston really not looking healthy at the moment, especially on their medium set of tyres. As he goes wide again, I think there was a bit of contact there. Unfortunate for Jay. There was a bit of contact there, I believe by Kazi. That sent him wide at that corner. That's unfortunate for him. I have to have a look at a few of these incidents. Kazi goes wide again. Really not adjusting to the to the lack of grip from their medium tyres there. As we see Rob coming up to the back of the pack now. Can he move around the outside of Racer? No, Racer just about cuts him off there. Rob going at the inside of Racer there. Late lunge from Rob, but just managed to make it work without contact. Good move by him. Let's see if he's far. And he is in the slipstream with Kazi here. The tyres still looking very nice on the Audi there. Hasn't really been affected despite that off he had before. Not really being affected at the moment. Good stuff by him. Let's have a look at this pack up front. All very close in behind here. Guard in 3rd, followed closely by Pipe, Enra and Mikey. 4 here, Seal's trying to chase him down. JD trying to close him down there as well. Let's have a look to see if they can try and make any moves. His Pipe goes to the inside. Late lunge by him. Just manages to make it stick. Pipe goes into 3rd there. He is on the softer compounded tyres, but they are losing grip rapidly. Whereas pretty much all the other drivers around him are on the medium tyres. So it was a bit wide through the S's, maybe them soft tyres just losing a bit of grip there on the Audi now. Let's see if he can keep up a pace and try and build a gap to these guys behind him. Now as you see, Enra managing to move back up into 5th. And Mikey just behind him as well. So see somebody going a bit wide there. I think that might have been Racer going a little bit wide there as he loses a few positions there. Kazi and Rob managing to get in front of there. Rob managing to move ahead of Kazi now. Really on the charge here to try and get himself back into this race. And he is on the harder set of tyres, so we'll have the softs to play with at the end of the race. So here, Seal really on the back of these two now. Will he use that straight line power of the Jag to his advantage? Gets a good run out of the last corner and gets a really big jump on Mikey there. They're all in the slipstream. Will he have enough grunt? to overtake or put a challenge onto that McGann. He's closing in, but it doesn't look like he's able to mount a challenge just yet. Right on the edge there for all of these drivers. As Enra moves to the inside of Gad there, a bit of a late lunge again into the chicane, but manages just to make it stick. Not a bad move there from Enra. He is a little compromised now on the exit of this. Gad managing to move to the inside now, will have the inside line of this corner. Gad better on the brakes at that corner, managing to take that position back. Good driving by them too. Just see Mikey and Seal still behind them, trying to find a way past each other now as Rob manages to move ahead of his teammate JD. Let's see if these two can move a bit more back up the field now. Still a very tight group here. Seal goes a bit wide. A will mount a challenge from Rob and JD. Let's see what happens here. Mikey managing to close the gap on Enra now. Oh, Gad goes a bit wide there. Bunching up these guys. Mikey goes to the inside now. Look, the lack of power there from that McGann. Gad still managing to pull alongside here. Let's see what happens into this corner. Who's going to back out? Enra thinks better of it. Unfortunately, just losing out there to both Rob and Seal, who just managed to sneak through there. Good driving by them guys. Mikey goes through into 4th place, managing to keep his position there. To see Hippie managing his fuel and tyres well, but again, just the lack of power and speed of that Alpha around this track is really telling. It is not a great car around here at all. So hopefully he can keep this going. Good race, good consistent race by him so far, but let's hope he can keep it going. As we see the pack closing in on him now. Very close pack between these guys. Mikey just managing to build up a bit of a gap now. It looks like the soft tyres of Pipe are really showing their limit now, as Mikey is all over the back of that TT. Mikey looks like he has a better exit and goes to the outside of Pipe. I don't know if he's going to have the straight line speed to keep it. Looks like Pipe does have the much better speed in that TT, managing to keep that position there. So have a look if there's any change in the group behind them. Not quite yet. Mikey again might be mounting up a challenge here. Might be wise just sticking the slipstream of that TT until the next corners, especially in the chicane, as you will have a big advantage going into that corner. But as you can see, the soft tyres of Pipe are almost at half, so the grip is really not showing, is really not doing well there for Pipe. Still managing to keep together though, as there's a change as Seal goes down the inside of Gard into the chicane. Let's see if he can break away from this little pack now. These guys all on the medium tyres have put Enra pits. So he was on the soft tyres. Let's see what he goes into now. It's them front tyres on that car do not look good at all. Sean also goes into the pits. Let's see where they come up now. Kazi in 9th place, who also looks to have pitted on the last lap. Looks like Kazi and Racer have already pitted and are on a fresh set of soft tyres. I wonder if they're planning on going to the end now. Kazi employing a strategy from the last race as well and opting just for a fresh set of tyres but no fuel. Let's see how that works out for him again. As we go back into this tight pack now, Mikey's still trying to find a way past Pipe on them very worn soft tyres. Pipe going wide yet again at that corner, Mikey having a much better exit, but again he can't put a challenge on that guy because he does not have any power in that Megane compared to the TT. Look at that. Pipe just sweeping straight back through, despite Mikey having the much better exit out of the corner. This allows Seal to close right back up, and look at this charge from Seal now. He's going to be right on the back of these two on the 30R. Let's have a look and see if he manages to get through. Seal might be having a look to the inside. No, he thinks better of it. All of them sweep round that type of standard. Seal goes to the inside there. Will he manage to make it stick both hard on the brakes and the chicane? Good move by Seal. On Mikey there, clean as you like. Took advantage there of Mikey not having the best run out that corner. Whoa! Very, very late move by Pipe there, going across the grass into the pits. Let's see where he comes out compared to all the other drivers. Now, see Seal and Mikey now battling it out. Mikey doing very well to preserve them soft tyres. Despite being on the softer tyre, he still can't get past any of these other cars because they are so much quicker in a straight line. Rob managing to squeeze back up in 5th place now in that TT. Meanwhile, out in front, very good race by this guy. Let's not curse him anymore, and let's just focus on back in this pack here. Mikey's still trying to find a way past Seal there, but again, Seal, very good defensive driver, and especially at Jag, he will have to pull off a miracle pass in order to get ahead and stay ahead of that Jag, because it's going to be so much quicker on these back straights. See Guards trying to mount an attack on Rob here. I have a feeling Rob might peel into the pits soon because them tyres are looking very worn indeed. As well as JD's and as well as Rob's there. But JD now on the softer compounded tyres, really setting the lap boards alight here. Will he go to the inside? No, thinks better of it. Managing to look at the grip from that TT there, going straight past the inside of Guard. Fresh soft tyres compared to worn out mediums, that is the difference between them two there. Just see Marmite in the pits now. Will he manage to come out in front of anybody else? He still manages to come out ahead of the pack now. But crucially, he has not changed tyres. This may be a good strategy for Marmite, but remember, he still needs to come back into the pits and put on a fresh set of mediums at some point during this race. You would think change to a fresh set of medium tyres now might have been his best bet, but he would have been right in amongst the pack, so it might have been a good decision from Marmite. Let's see how it fares from now. So see Mikey and Seal coming out of JD, still in 5th place, hunting them down. Kazi, who still also needs to make another pit stop, because I do not think that fuel is going to last him an entire race. As we have a look now, as Rob is on a fresh set of soft tyres, challenging Enra now, who's on a slightly more worn set of softs. Enra putting up a good defensive fight here, who's on the inside. Rob moving over to the inside for this corner. Will he be able to be good on the brakes there? Still staying towards the outside of the track. Great exit by Rob there, and he should surely have the exit speed to go ahead of him, and he does. Great move there by Rob, and the fresher set of soft tyres there to make that move stick. As we see Guard moving a little bit behind this pack here. Must have had to maybe add a little bit more fuel, a little bit more tyre, but he will definitely be good to the end of this race now. To see a racer who still needs to make his final pit stop. Let's see where he comes out after his pit stop next. So it looks like we have a big group in front here yet again. As you see Marmite coming back into the pits, it might have been a misclick from him, and he will have to put on a fresh set of mediums, but he will not have fuel crucially. It might have been a misclick from him. But there he goes, he's back out, quick as you like, and he still comes back out in fresh air crucially. Mikey and JD both still have to make their pit stop. The question is, will JD... Actually, JD does not have to pit, I believe. He was on a set of medium tyres for the first stint of this race. So we will have to see if them soft tyres can last, because he still has to go another 5 laps on them softs, which I don't think will last from the looks of things. To look a bit further back, Hippie's still holding on in there in 4th place, brand new fresh set of soft tyres. TT dwarfing the Alpha in size. Let's have a look behind now as we see this pack there. Oh, Racer just hits the wall on the outside there. That is unfortunate. Big problem with that course there. Oh, and that's a very late move again by Pipe there. That is not a move you want to be making. Again, another late move by Pipe there. That was really not a good move there. Should be handing that position back. Again, we do need to... I will be having a look at a couple incidents from both the sprint and feature race after this, to see what the other incidents were like. You know, go now, will he mount up an attack? Let's see Rob just managing to breeze through past Tibby there because of the straight line speed. Enra going to the inside there. Good pass by Enra. See JD coming to the pits now. Will he be on a fresh set of softs or mediums? He's on a fresh set of softs. He will be going to the end of the race now. Where does he come out ahead? He comes out ahead just behind his teammate there. Oh, Rob does go a bit wide into that corner there. Just manages to collect it, but JD is crucially on this fresher set of soft tyres. So these two will have a fun time battling it out during this race. Great pace by JD, who has made 2 pit stops now and still came out in 4th place. Great stuff by him, as Rob very kindly lets him through. Knowing that JD's on the fresh set of soft tyres, now he can go and hunt these leaders down. Mikey's still not pitting at the moment. He's managed them tyres very, very well. Gran Turismo Sport really good on tyres. Who is now looks to be 8 seconds ahead, 8-9 seconds ahead of both JD and Rob who will be hunting him down. Marmite running a good race again, but he will be racing to the end. Crucially, will these two men be able to catch him? Looks like he might be able to. That extra pit stop from Marmite really hampering his pace now, as that gap he really didn't need these two. So see Guard going up the inside of Enra there, good pass by him. Safeguard can put a challenge to Pipe now, who's on the harder set of tyres. Great exit by Guard there. Will he be able to mount a challenge up to Pipe? Sweeps to the inside. Will that Citroen have any sort of power against the TT? He'll be on the inside in this corner. Will he be able to stay alongside? Sweeps through the inside. Will Pipe be able to get the cut back? He's still there. Not quite. Guard manages to move ahead of Pipe and Seal again. Just in the back there, looking to mount a challenge yet again. Say JD and Rob. Hunting down the guys in front who managed to eat into this time. The TT really showing its pace around this track. Oh, Hippie goes a bit wide there, just manages to keep it out the wall there. Good stuff by Hippie, good recovery there. Oh, as we see in the background, Pipe goes a bit wide, Seal will have the inside, but then the outside going around the hairpin. Kazi behind them as well. Almost going 3 wide in there. Seal, will he be able to get the comeback? Not quite. Pipe going defensive. Opting to go at the inside line now. Ooh, bit of contact there. Fortunately, a bit of contact there from the 3 of them, but that was just a pinball effect. The physics of GD really is showing their face yet again. Seal moving to the inside of Pipe now. Good move by Seal. So we finally see Mikey coming into the pits on exceptionally low fuel. Where will he come out? He might be in the middle of this pack. Oh, Seal gets a penalty there. That's not what you want to see in that. 1 second penalty for Seal. Will he be serving that now on this main straight? He will be. As you can see, Mikey just... Wow, okay, that was a bit of a lag spike on my end, thankfully. Kazi managing to get past Pipe now with a softer set of tyres. Again, them front tyres on that Audi TT not looking healthy at all, especially on a set of mediums. Not what you want to see out of that. We see the guys at the front of the grid now. Rob managing to move ahead of JD despite being on the slower of the 2 tyres out of Rob and JD. Just managing to get ahead of Marmite here. Will the tyres of Marmite be able to hold enough, because they are still looking very fresh. We'll have to check out on this battle after this next bit here. So we'll look a bit further back. still managing to keep behind Pipe there. Will he be able to mount a good attack? He has a much fresher set of tyres. Unfortunately, Seal goes a bit wide there. That will really compromise his exit and give Pipe a much needed break there as they come into the final lap of this race. Guard still on the back of Mikey there. Seal comes into the pits. I wonder if that was a mistake there from Seal, because he already had one lap to go. It's unfortunate for Seal because that puts him right back down in 11th place there. Have a quick look at this battle now. These two just managing again to close up the gap slightly. So Marmite in front. No other battles going on the field yet. Let's have a look at this as we see Rob managing to move ahead of Marmite, who might have had a bit of a sloppy exit there. Will Marmite be able to mount another challenge there? Not quite. As Marmite looks to go on the... Apologies for that there. Looks like there was a bit of a malfunction there with the stream. Apologies for that. I think that was just my internet. As we see Rob and JD coming across now. And we see Rob, despite the earlier incidents, still managing to come out in front there. Rob and JD coming across for a 1-2 finish. Marmite coming across. Unfortunately, that extra pit stop there really hammering him at the end, which is unfortunate. Hippie having a very good consistent race as usual, coming ahead in fourth. Mikey just manages to stay ahead of both Gad and Kazi in the end. Managed to go in 5th, 6th and 7th place for them three. Pipe coming home in 8th, Racer in 9th, Seal that last pit stop unfortunately hampering his progress and putting him a bit down further field. Enra in 11th, Sean coming across the line now in 12th. Not a good weekend for Jay, unfortunately. He comes across in 13th place. It's unfortunate for Marmite because I think if he hadn't have made that extra pit stop, which I believe looked like to be a mistake, he definitely would have won that, as he would have saved about 8-10 seconds in the pits there, so it would have been more than enough to try and keep them at bay. It's unfortunate for Marmite, but that does make it a very good result for Miller and Carter Racing, who both take 1st and 2nd place in this race. Complete lockout by them. Excellent stuff. From last to first, yet again, from Mr. Rob C. Racing. I agree, Gad. I agree. Ban the TT. Yep, indeed, no holding them off at all. Great race by Marmite overall though. Excellent performances. No, it's unlucky seal. Come back swinging in the next one, no doubt. Still a good result from the still a good result considering the sprint race as well. Yeah, looked to be the case as well, Marmite. I say, mate, if you hadn't have had that little blunder in the pit stop there, I have no doubt you would have been able to hold on that win, because you had a great race today, clean, consistent, and just kept the pace right the way through that feature race. Managed that McLaren well. Looks very good again. He looks very good on tyres. But both JD and Rob managing to come from the back of the field yet again. Big congrats to them too, and even with Rob, even having that little off. Good racing by them guys. Good strategy in the end. And that's all she wrote. Again, is I'm gonna have a quick look at some of the incidents that was said. In the replays, and load up a couple of these replays, and after that we'll end the stream after that. Let's have a quick look at some of these races, both of these races even, and have a look quickly on the replays. Well, we'll have a look at this. We'll have a look at the sprint race first, Rob. Let's have a quick load up with this. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. It looked like both of you two were just moving around a lot. Just both of you just trying to find some space, and I think you drifted that slight bit wide and your rears got caught in the grass, which just sent you really. I don't think there's, because I think you were on the inside, you touched the inside grass and then you swung outwards, I think. Have to have another look at that one. But let's get a back view and see if anything happened at the start of this. Person I do want to have a look at actually is you. Because Mikey had a great start off the grid. Look at the start from Mikey there. Great start from Mikey. Quick look behind. See, it was a relatively clean first couple corners. No major incidents there. Looking at the back there as well. No, it didn't really seem to be anything too major that's went on there. Yeah, no major incidents in the sprint race so far. Quick look further back. Yeah, it was unfortunate that Jay got a little bit of a penalty as well on the start of this. See the two McLarens going at it here. So a bit further in front. Was it on here? Yeah, let's have a quick look what's happened in this incident then, because this is the one that was going to be highlighted. Nah, that's as clear cut as you like, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Pipe there, because they both lost out ultimately, but that's a pretty clear cut takeout. Oh, there's an incident for Hippie as well back there. Let's have a quick look at what's happened there. Because I noticed them two were pretty close. So look what's happened here. Yeah, sorry about it, Josh. I think the stream, my internet's possible, but I think my internet's cutting out just a tiny bit compared to what the racing was like. So apologies for that. It's probably freezing in and out. But so sorry about that. But apart from that, there was no other major incidents really, I think. Quick skip ahead actually to this move. It's a good battle between Gad and Pipe. It was at the entrance to this corner here. Move to the inside. No, good move, managed to keep it there. Good move from Pipe there. Great battle between Seal and JD here. I think the star man of today, I think, is Mr. JD, who's great performances by him today. Two podiums from him despite being in the quote-unquote silver class in that TT, so great results from him today. Apart from that, there wasn't too many other incidents in this race. Let's have a quick check of the feature race before I end the stream off. There's a few more incidents to cover in this one. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to load up. Let's have a quick look at a replay of turn 1. To be fair, Josh, we're almost over here. Like the races are done now, so we'll literally be ending the stream in about 5-10 minutes. So there's no point in restarting now, mate. So Enra had a good start on this one. So a quick look at this. Yeah, I thought it was Racer. I thought it was meant to be a rolling start. Because it wasn't the last one. I'll have to get that checked for next time. No, good start by Enver there. To have a quick look further back to see if anything else happened. Unfortunately, a couple of mistakes from Iceberg there, just put him a bit further down the field right off the get-go. Catch that racer as well, I did catch that. It was like on one of the later laps as well, where it just grabbed you off the track and stopped you immediately. It's unfortunate for you, mate. Apart from that, there was no other real major incidents until a bit later on. Let's oh. Well, I guess that's the end.